Hey team, this is Jay, your team leader here at Keller Williams Realty, Central Coast. I'm with Tiffany Hernandez.
Hello there.
Tiffany is been a member of Keller Williams for a couple of years now. She has earned the right to be on the ALC. And for those of you that don't know what ALC is, ALC stands for Associate Leadership Council. You have to be within the top 20% of production. You also have to be a good cultural fit for that group. It's a small knit group. They operate as kind of like a limited board of directors. We really do run a bit of a democracy. They have voting rights with big changes that happen in the office. Are we going to move? What is the team policy going to look like? Those types of things. So I'm honored to showcase Tiffany and her new office. She's got a beautiful new space in downtown Pismo Beach.
Super exciting.
Tell me about what drew you to this spot.
So, just a little bit about myself. Tiffany Hernandez, and originally I think we had spoke before that I was a nurse for 20 years, and I went into real estate 4 years ago full time. And this has just kind of been a dream of mine to have my own space, to provide a space for my team to grow, and somewhere where we can just always be together, but not on top of each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And so, Tiffany, your business has really, really blossomed. You're currently, Keller Williams, the founder, Gary Keller, there's 180,000 Keller Williams agents across the world, over 800 market centers. That's a lot, right?
It's a lot of agents.
So that's a lot of agents. And with that said, Gary Keller has small groups inside this massive group, and you're inside one of his top 100 agents, aren't you?
Yes.
Like, you don't. That's nothing that you can buy into. You have to earn your way into that, and there's only 100 agents in that group.
You know, it's been the most amazing experience, and I have to say so far, my favorite Keller Williams experience. I went to family reunion for the first time in February to Dallas, and that was an amazing experience. I highly recommend, if you're on the fence to going to family reunion or mega camp, do it. I know things are a little bit different right now, but it will be back, and we will be able to do that again. But from that, I was invited to the Mastermind with Gary Keller, and I kind of had no idea what it was really about. I got the cool little bracelet to get in, and it was 100 agents, and it was based on your production for the year. What has come from that is it's now turned into, we have a Facebook group that we mastermind on, and we have been doing mastermind Zooms with Gary Keller once a month since the pandemic started.
Wow.
But you can get kicked out of the group. You have to maintain that production, and that's been a great goal for me.
Wow, what a motivator. And what a great opportunity. I mean, the mastermind, for those that might not even know what a mastermind is, that's where you have two or more people of like mind, and the energy that's created around a similar thought process.
Absolutely.
It's really a Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill, really pinned the mastermind. That book was published in like 1929. So it's been a hallmark for a very long period of time, but there's a true power in that. And to be around those people, I mean, just to be in that company.
Right.
I've never gotten an invitation to participate in one of Gary's top 100, so congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment.
And it's been really great because everyone is from all around the United States. And so it's during this pandemic, it's been nice to be able to reach out to these different members and say, hey, what are you doing here? How's that working for you? Or a referral source.
Oh, sure.
That's huge also.
Wow. And thus being a destination location, that's got to be a great opportunity there. One of the things that I think really drew me to you as a real estate professional wasn't real estate at all when we first met. You had mentioned that you were a nurse, and what I know about nurses, and correct me if I'm wrong, nurturing, caring, I mean, you get into that business because you want to help other people.
Absolutely.
And so you've transitioned from being a nurse in health to being an advocate for your clients, which are now real estate professionals. Is there a parallel between the two?
So let me just first say, it was not a goal or anything to become a real estate agent. That I had originally got my license because my husband and I have renovated and flipped homes before. And so it was just something that I loved homes, and I thought, hey, I'll get my real estate license.
Sure.
I was actually working night shift with my girlfriend Melanie Gambini, and one night we're like, hey, we should get our real estate license. And we like made this whole plan of what we were going to call our company and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I moved over here to the Central Coast, and that just kind of wasn't an option at the time. I thought it wasn't an option. So I kind of put the real estate idea on the back burner and went back to nursing. And I had a girlfriend, which I actually have the picture over here of the very first house I sold. She goes, hey, she reached out, she was relocating. She's like, did you get your real estate license? I would love to look for a house. And I went through the process and was hooked. I was like, it just put two loves together. I've essentially built my business with a nursing foundation. I care about people. I nurture them. I want them to be happy. And it kind of took those two loves and put it together. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, and you know, I think a prime example of that is your the Facebook group and the movement you started around small businesses. I mean, that is, talk about giving back to your community. I've seen a number of the posts that you do. Tell us a little bit about that, because I think that is it's like hallmark in our area.
No, it actually really put together all my beliefs and what I believe in. And so Central Coast Strong was originally started, it just to kind of back up a little bit, I have a real estate coach, and he was out jogging one day and saw a sign about kind of just being strong together and supporting local businesses. And he reached out to my friend Robin Eisenhower and I, and he shot us a text, and he's like, hey, look at this. Well, Robin is another real estate agent for Keller Williams in Visalia. And so we started talking about it. We're like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool if we did signs for our clients saying loyal to local, supporting small businesses because they were hurt.
Oh, yeah.
They were definitely hurt from this. And providing, and then we decided, we'll do the signs and promote that to our clients, friends, and family. So I went home. I was actually in Visalia for a week, and I came home, and at dinner one night, I was sharing it with my two boys and my husband, and my 17-year-old son said, hey, Mom, we should do a Facebook group, and then all the businesses can go there and promote their business, and then, because an example, like, hey, we want to go out to eat. Who's open? What are you offering? Because for a while there, nobody knew. Yeah. We didn't know what was happening.
Who did to go? What was happening?
Right. So it exploded. We have 3,500 members, and it's growing. And from that, it's just kind of dominoed into other avenues. Currently, every Thursday at 10 a.m., I go to a local business, or we can do a Zoom, whatever people are comfortable with, because we're still kind of limited on what we're supposed to be doing. And we just showcase their business. We're like, hey, what do you do? What do you offer? What's your hours? What's it look like for you right now? And promote it on the group.
Yeah, and what's the name of the group?
Central Coast Strong.
Got it. I'll tell you, I had dialed in, and just edification for me, I didn't realize that there's local flower growers, and what is the flower industry?
I know.
My thought is, well, hey, we're in a pandemic, food and shelter, flowers aren't even on my radar.
Right.
And yet, though, that supporting the local growers supported not only this particular person, but her family, and a bunch of families that work for her.
Because they were throwing away all those flowers,
Yeah.
like piles and piles of flowers that are usually provided to like Trader Joe's, to different florists,
Sure.
and they were having to get rid of them. And it was actually, they had decided that they ended up opening up to the public.
Yeah.
And then through the group, we were able to promote it. And I actually interviewed her, and she shared with us, what they're doing right now. And they've kind of continued on, and it's helped. It's helped.
Yeah, they would have absolutely been out of business if that promotion hadn't happened.
Right.
I mean, I saw it when I was there. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
cool.
this
and
is
it's so cool to think that that's on the Central Coast.
That's right. That's
There's
right.
I drove up and I was like, oh my gosh.
How long has this been here? How did I not know about this, right?
I know. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And that's been super cool also, is learning what's here. There's some businesses I had no idea. Like now, there's also Arbor Farms, which is a local, what she does is she's put together trying to keep our, instead of growing the produce here, sending it, and then coming back, here. She's making these boxes from different growers locally.
Oh, okay.
So everything's local. It's not one person. So instead of like letting it go somewhere else and then come back to us, it's now being delivered fresh to your home.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm having that done weekly. And it's a variety, and it's been amazing.
Well, that's a great concept. So like Hayashi Farms, they grow strawberries, and they sell them to Visit Pack, and then Visit Pack takes them to some other country to process them, package them, and then send them back.
Right, and then that's not fresh.
No, it's not.
It's not fresh.
Wow.
So that's been great.
What a great journey! I mean, and I think from for everybody that's watching, that journey came from a nurture, the desire to care and want to help. And I say this all the time, and that is, if you get into real estate because you're chasing a commission check because the commissions are big, you're going to be chasing that your whole life. If you get into real estate to try to provide the best service and to help as many people as you can, the money's going to chase you down. And I mean, your volume has almost doubled in the past year. I mean, and you've got this big, beautiful space in downtown Pismo Beach. You're growing a team. Tell me about what's happening with your team. How are you growing?
So with my team currently, we are now TH Homes Group. So
Gotcha, okay.
I took my name off of it. I wanted us to feel like a group. We have a full-time admin who is right over there. Hey, Katie! And we have a full-time buyer's agent, Danielle Nunez. I have a transaction coordinator, Angie Souza, and then I also have a full-time bookkeeper. So everything's kind of separate, but now we have this hub where we can all be together.
Sure.
And it's actually been amazing. I love being here with them. And being in the same space has been great. This is a dream, and I can't tell you. The other day, I just happened to be here when they were putting up the sign, and oh my gosh, I was like,
tears, choked up, it's happening.
That sign's huge, and I mean, it doesn't look as big up there, but when it's huge, and I was like, wow, this is really happening.
Where's the office? It's on the corner of Price Street and
Price and Bellow.
Price and Bellow. So it's on the corner of Price and Bellow or Price and Price Canyon if you're
if you're coming down right off the.
You can't miss it. I mean, it's right on the.
Yeah, we have If you stand right over there, you can see the ocean.
With partial ocean views.
Yeah, we could advertise that.
Well, Tiffany, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your morning.
Absolutely.
I know you're very, very busy, and I know you've got a listing that you have to get to today. So I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk to us a little bit about your business, your journey, some of the wonderful things that you're doing. And if anybody is, your space is right downtown Pismo.
Come say hi.
Yeah.
600 Price Street.
There it is.
600 Price Street.
Okay.
We're actually catty corner to Rosa's. Now it's funny. I totally have to go and look into. I guess I should know that.
Wait, the paint is still.
Yeah.
It's got this scent of the paint is still wet, which is great.
We're still assembling things. As a matter of fact, that desk right there probably came in about 50 million pieces. So thank you to my husband and boys, because that was an 8-hour ordeal.
Let's not forget to mention the construction crew that you have, right? Your family, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a family business. Anybody getting into real estate, they better recruit their family really fast.
They're going to participate, right? Whether they want.
Oh, they will. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Tiffany, thanks again.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to be here today. And stay tuned, guys. ALC spotlights throughout the week.